so we're on to the finale. So we're just going to get straight into it. We have our example voice acting here. Let's play it. Hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks. Okay, so we take this, here's our example for today, all right? So what we're going to do up first is we're actually going to take this example and we're going to put it into Faceposer. So let's go straight into it. If you haven't watched my previous Faceposer tutorials, I recommend you watch them in order and able to get to this point. Otherwise, you're not going to understand a single goddamn thing of what is going on. So let's get straight into it. We're going to open up Faceposer, if we can even find it. Oh, looks like we can't find it. Video's over, guys. Okay. Then here's the finale for today. So we're just gonna close all this other shit out. So we have our example right here. So I'm gonna show you actually, before we start, I'm gonna show you another method that you can actually use the Phenome editor. So we're going to add to our Soundscript. So let's just go to the Black Mesa shortcut, BMS, whatever mod you're working on in custom, and we're gonna go to scripts. Like in the other video, I showed you how to make your own mod and how to make a Soundscript for your mod. So this is my mod in particular. So I'm gonna use my mod. You can use your mod, but you just need to go to your game sounds. Game sounds. Let's see here. We're looking for. Actually, we're looking for NPC sounds. And we'll just do the sine mail. So we're gonna go down here, and we're just gonna call this test for Faceposer. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna call this NPC underscore. Since it's my mod, I'm gonna call it BMC underscore psi C3S1A dot test. I'm also gonna remove this entry. Remove this entry. So right here, so remember, guys, you need to have NPC, and then the rest of this, you just call it whatever you want. Use dots or use underscores. Okay? So we're gonna use entry bracket, and we're just gonna copy all this data right here just to get moving, because I've already showed you guys this, but I'm just showing you guys again. So we're just going to call this, we're just going to put in, switch this out for, oh, but it also says, hold on a second, let's see here. Okay, we'll call this C3S1A. Sorry about this, guys. I'm just trying to organize things here. This is another thing that you got to make sure that you're doing with your sound scripts, is you want to make sure that they're pretty organized here. So so next up, we're just gonna, sorry, I really apologize, guys. So we're just gonna copy this, and we're gonna put this down here, and we'll just call this test remove. Okay? So, down here, we're just gonna call this, we'll just keep it in this path. So we'll have it on VO, NPC, BMC Scientist, Mail, BMC Scientist, C3S1A work.wav. So remember, if you didn't watch the other videos, make sure you do, because otherwise you're not going to understand a single goddamn thing of what I'm doing right now. Make sure that you put in your example voice acting in your WAV path. okay, for where your voice acting is at. I'm going to show you in a second. So we have set it up for this name under the Soundscript. We have set it for these settings, okay? Just kind of normal. We don't really care because we're just working with Faceposer today. So, and then we have WAVE. That's our WAV file. So I have my path set under VO NPC BMC Scientist for my mod. Male, well, that's in custom. Male BMC Sci C3S1A work .wav. We want to change that to example.wav, okay? And we want to switch this to BMC Sci example.test, just so we can understand what the hell it is. Like, if it's under that, then we'll think it's a part of this chapter that I'm currently working on for my game. So, now that we have made our entry, we're just gonna space and bracket again, okay? So save, and we're gonna close this. And since this is already in our manifest here, we'll look at our manifest. Remember what this is called. NPC Sound SciMail, okay? So now we're gonna go to Game Sounds Manifest. And we'll control find SciMail. And it's right here. Pre-cache file, scripts, NPC Sound SciMail, okay? So that's done. So if you make your own sound script, make sure to add it to this stuff, right? Just make sure you do that, okay? I'm trying to find mine, because I have mine being pre-cached here. Yeah, it's right here. Pre-cache file, scripts, game sound manifest, phantoms, and rock in a hard place. Those are the 2 chapters I'm working on right now. So, actually, I'll organize that as well and say that this is BMC entries. And we'll save. So now, we're all set to go. This thing is ready to be put into the game. So we go to scripts. And also, guys, don't be confused. We are not going to be talking about captions just yet. That is a whole nother thing. That I'm not even including that in the Faceposer tutorial, because I like to do it manually personally, because I just Faceposer so fucking broken. So so now we're at my mod, okay? So now that we've set up the sound script, we set up the path for the WAV. Remember, in the sound script, we set up the path for the WAV. We're going to go to custom, and we're going to go to your mod, or in this case, my mod that I set it up for. We're going to go to sound, VO, NPC, scientist, male, and we're just going to drop it in here because we set it for that specific path. Remember? Now that you have that, you're probably wondering, but it doesn't have any lip sync data. But I'm showing you here, here's another way you can actually get lip sync data into these things. You can actually make the sound script first, and then put the audio in there, and then we can load back in here. Well, we actually need to restart Faceposer, I'm pretty sure, so let's just do that real fast. Where the fuck is this at? Sorry, I like completely had an ADHD moment. So, we're looking for Faceposer. Okay, sorry. I like literally zoned out for a second. That was horrible. So, Faceposer. We open up Faceposer. And now it's going to load our new sound script, right? So we want to do choreography new. We'll just call this example, we'll call it BMC example choreography. Okay? And save that to desktop. Just save it. We'll call our actor Mike. Okay? So, we've got Mike here. Also, another thing is that that I didn't teach you in the first tutorial is if you hold shift and left click, you can actually move them around. Okay? And then if you don't do that and you just left click, you can move them like that, and right click will zoom up and down. So, or just change that orientation. So, we're into the finale here, boys. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get the Phenome editor working, but what we're going to do is we're going to go to Mic, do New, and we're going to do Channel, and we're just going to call this one Voice, right? Like we did in the last one. We're going to find our WAV file, and we're going to look for example. Oops. Cut that. Paste. Here it is. Hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks. Okay. See? So we take it and put it right here. And you notice he's not talking to it, because like you said, there's no lip sync data. But the beautiful thing about this is now that it's sound scripted, you just click this and go to Phenome editor. It's in there. It's already in there. So all you have to do is literally just say, like, we can just play it. Hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks. Okay, so we can re-extract. Hello, this is my voice acting. It kinda sucks. Oh, that's up to you guys to determine. So we can actually commit extraction. Hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks. Okay, so he talks. He talks. So we've already done this before, but that was another way to show you how to do that. So hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks. Oh, also we need to save that shit. Save it. Hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks. Okay. Make sure you do save it, because otherwise it's not going to work, and it's not going to save it. So this actually just saved us from having to do all that folder bullshit and getting it to do its thing. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to show you a couple of the other things today. We're going to show you expressions, gestures. So expressions, we're not going to worry about that, because expressions are something that you make yourself and you can export and use for multiple different people. Facial animation, okay? If you want to do that and figure it out, it's like prefabs, go for it. But we're not going to worry about that. And we have gestures. Actually, hold on a second. Let's switch our model here to guard. It does. Hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks. Because, see here with the masked Marines, if you do gesture, there's no gestures at all. The Marines don't have any gestures. They only have scripted sequences and stuff. So, we're going to switch to the guard, and we're going to do, we're going to do a gesture. We're just going to call this gestures, okay? Oh, oops. Okay, we're going to, wait, hold on a second. We're going to do new channel, and we're going to call it gestures. We're going to keep it organized here, people. So now we do gesture, okay? We don't even need to name anything. We're going to just call him, or scratch head, okay? Faceposer loves putting this shit out of bounds, so make sure you set it within bounds. At least mine does, so. Oh, I kind of made that one a little long. Okay, hold on a second. Make sure you don't make it too long, though, because it stretches it out. So, and you can't compress it. So we're going to do gesture again. Sorry about that. And we're going to do scratch head. So we have, just switch this to 1 and switch this to 1. Okay, so let's hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks. It goes perfect with the gesture, actually. Okay, so, next up. So what you so what you gotta do is you gotta do a channel. So we have a gesture form, right? But let's say we wanted him to kind of slow with the gesture, maybe. Actually, no, we don't do that for gesture. Sorry, never mind. Sorry, I'm stupid. So let's add another channel. Let's see what else we have available here. So, null gestures, we're not gonna worry about that. That's just an entirely different kind of gesture set. You guys can experiment with that a little bit. We're getting into the more important things today for you guys to finally be able to pronounce yourselves as Faceposer fanatics, and where you can finally start messing around with stuff on your own because you know practically everything else, okay? That's the goal today. I'm not gonna literally dissect Faceposer itself. I'm just gonna show you guys what you probably are gonna be using most likely and what you're not gonna be using, or at least what I use. So, and anything else, you guys can figure it out. It's not difficult to figure out. I just haven't found a use for any of the other stuff yet. So, next up is a very, very important one. It's called Look at Actor, okay? This makes your choreography very, you know, it makes it definitely a lot better. So, we create a channel, and we're just going to call it Face Actor. Or, actually, no. Call it look at actor, or just look at. Okay, add to him. So then we're gonna do a channel look at actor, and okay. So here you can have it look at other actors if you have more than one actor in here. Okay, but we only have one actor. We have Mike. But we'll get into multiple actor choreography in a moment. So, we have the player. Let's have the person look at the player when they say this, okay? So, let's also make sure it's actually within fucking bounds. So, we'll put that there. And let's start it here. And put it here. So, we're gonna look at it. This is my voice acting. It kind of sucks. So you can see it actually looks good when he kind of looks at you, but if you like do it from afar like this. Hello, this is my voice acting. He looks at you very fast sometimes, and sometimes people might like it kind of looks fucking. Okay, now I can't even see. Sometimes Faceposer loves to do this shit too. Okay, there we go. So let's close that viewport a little bit. So, if he's looking too fast, all you gotta do is click on this. We're already clicked on it, but I'll click on it again just to show you. Click on it like that, and go to ramp. Here's your ramp, okay? So what you gotta do to start your ramp is control, right click, or left click. And here is where you build your graph, your XY variable graph. So what happens is that he's not going to be looking at you here, and he's going to be looking at you with respect to this curve, okay? I am a calculus major, so I'm going to be using a lot of crazy algebraic and you know, crazy math lingo. So it's going with respect to the curve, okay? So you'll see what I'm talking about in a moment. So let's have this curve like this. Hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks. Let's do it like this. Hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks. Do you see how he took a little longer to do that? But if you didn't pick it up, then we'll just slide this forward. And to slide it, so to go up and down, you left click, up, down. Okay, it'll only go at that joint. Right click, you can go side to side. So we just made it a lot longer for him to look at the player, okay? This is to make more convincing choreography. Sorry, I like talked really fast there.
Hello,
so let's look
this
at it
is
again.
my voice acting. It
So
kind
do
of
you
sucks.
see how it took a long time this time for him to do it? But let's say we wanted him to look away again. So we control left click and we build a curve. And you can do this as many times as you want. This is gonna look really funky, but I'm just showing that you can have a lot of joints. A lot of joints.
Hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks.
You see how he did that? It's kind of weird, but I mean, it can work in choreography if you make it work, you know? I mean, right there, that was not an unbelievable gesture.
Hello, this is my voice acting.
Like
it
him looking
sucks.
back like that. I mean, right there, that was like, what the hell? That was some alien shit. That was probably like right here. So, next up, now that we've shown you the look at, we're going to do new channel. Actually, no, we're going to take a look at what we have next. So we have moved to actor. I like to use scripted sequences and info targets for like scripted schedules and stuff in Hammer. If you want to work with move to actor, it's not hard. You just got to think out your area and your position, the area where the choreography is happening, okay? But we're not going to go over move to actor. We will, in fact, do face actor, though, okay? You know what, actually? Fuck it. Let's do move actor. So, but before we do that, we need to make a new channel. We'll do move to actor, okay? Mike. So, we have new, channel, and we'll have, or actually no, we'll have move to actor. Name, move to actor player, alright? And we could have him do all kinds of stuff. We could have him walk, run, or crouch walk. We'll just have him walk, because it goes better with what choreography we're making at the moment. So we can set a stop distance for this guy as well. But we'll just have 0. Or actually, we'll set it to like 20. We'll give him some space. We don't want the player getting like kissed by this dude. And we'll just have it closest to player. And you have all these other options like event must complete for pause scene to resume. So if like you want to pause the scene and stuff like that, it'll resume after this specific action has been performed. So we're gonna put in valid times. We don't need to ramp that. But also we have something called scene ramp right here. This will ramp the entire scene. So if we want some crazy shit, some action to start happening at the middle and it to be kind of calm at the beginning, we have it kind of like that. When it's, and usually use this when it's amongst a lot of actors, okay? But I usually never use this. And you just click these little joints to delete them. We don't want a scene ramp. But there's a lot of information about the scene ramp on the VDC, but we're not going to be looking into that either. So, because I just don't use it personally. I think the only people who have ever used that is Valve, and they only use it for very specific situations when it's like amongst multiple actors, and I just don't like to do that because it's just like I can augment the way they act by just the regular ramps themselves. But I'm sure there's specific reasons why they made a scene ramp for this. So, anyways, we made move to actor. So now we're gonna do new, or we're gonna find a new thing here. So, face actors. So we want the player, this guy, to face an actor. Okay. So let's do channel face actor. See, that's why I didn't call that other one face actor, because this one is actually a thing. So this will make it face somebody. We'll also have him face the player, okay? And also these targets in here, these are for when you make targets in Hammer, okay? And you can name them these specific names and have the person look at that target. So you know what, we'll actually do that, okay? We'll have him face a target, and we'll have him start right here. And we'll have it at the ends of his choreography, like about like this, okay? So you'll see that in action in Hammer, but you can see we actually did that. So, next up, we're going to look at another thing. Fire trigger, this is just for Hammer. If you want the choreography to end in fire trigger, like when that happens, then, you know, it's for scene triggers. So, I don't use this. There's so many different ways around that. It's ridiculous. So, we also have generic AI event. We can have them blink. We can have them aim, unholster, you know, ignore collision, AI, disable AI, but you can also just do, what is it? Start scripting in Hammer. Like, see, a lot of this shit is, like, redundant unless you just want to make it easier on your life and just do it all in the choreography. You can do that, but it's a lot harder to edit than just editing in the Hammer editor. So, we'll have him, we'll have him holster his weapon, why not? Actually, no. You know what? Fuck this. We're not doing this. Because it doesn't make any sense, and we're not gonna do that. Because we can have him do that generic AI in Hammer. So. But you can do that. You can do that. I'm sorry if I'm being very indecisive about everything, but you know what? We'll just do it. Fuck it. We'll just call it AI. Apply it to Mike. So we'll do generic AI. You can also have AI blink, but you'll see when we get to flex animation that we like to do blink as its own ramp. So we'll have we'll have him holster his weapon. I don't know why it's giving us this. This doesn't even make any sense, but we'll just continue. I have no clue what that's for, actually, like why it's... I guess we'll just do it for Mike. AI holster to Mike. That doesn't even make any sense. Like, you're holstering a weapon with respect to somebody. So have him holster, like, after the gesture, okay? Because then it'll have some weird movement blending shit. So we don't want that. And we'll also ramp that. Actually, no. We're not going to ramp that. I'm sorry I'm so indecisive. I'm just, like, trying to figure out, like, what I should teach you and what I shouldn't. There's just so much to learn. But then we have sequences. You can definitely do this in Hammer. I don't see any reason why you would need to do this in the choreography. Unless you're just really trying to understand how it would play out. Like the movement blending and everything. But we're not going to do a sequence. You can do scripted sequences in Hammer if you know about them. But if you're looking into this and you don't know about scripted sequences in Hammer, then that's a problem. Here is where we get into the very, very important part. This is flex animation, okay? This is where shit goes down. So, we're gonna click that. Oh, that's in the wrong thing, actually. Hold on. So, we're gonna do new channel, and we're just gonna call this, Okay, so we're just gonna create a new channel, and we're gonna call this, we'll just call this, face anim. Okay? For facial animation. So here we're going to create a flex animation, okay? This is where shit starts getting a little complex, friends, so look very closely. So we want him to have his facial animation here, okay? Let's just say we want him to have some facial animation here. So what we want to do is we want to go to flex animation, okay? So we go to lid raiser, okay? So let's say we want his eyelids to raise at a certain point. So we're just gonna control, right click, and have him have that specific thing. We'll have him tighten his lids a little bit too. And we can have him drooping just a tiny bit. I mean, that's not gonna cause much issue. But let's look here. This is where we can make him blink. You just want to basically do that and create giant waves every once in a while that'll cause him to blink. Let's say we want him to have a quick double blink right there. See? So let's say he's a little surprised. We'll have an inner raiser. Okay? So basically, you just need to keep playing with these facial animations enabled to get what you're looking for and like the facial, features that you're looking for. You just need to think about what exactly makes a person look surprised. It's the fact that their eyebrows raise, or their face kind of like, they have that, that cheek lift. They have all of that stuff going on with their face that makes it look like they're surprised, and you just have to think about what exactly that looks like. I don't know exactly what expression I'm going for in particular here, but I'm just going to show you that it does in fact work. You can actually have a facial animation. Let's have him smile at a certain point too, like this. But you could go on forever and work with every single one of these to make the absolute perfect situation. So let's take a look at our animation.
Hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks.
Sorry.
Hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks. Hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks.
So you can kind of see that he actually does.
Hello, this is my voice acting.
He
it kind of
smiles
sucks.
right there. See? So that's the basics of the facial animation. I mean, it's not that difficult, but when you start getting really into it and looking at all of the different things you can do, it gets really crazy. But personally, you gain experience from messing around with it and seeing what works and what doesn't work, okay? So I recommend you play around with it, but that's all I'm going to do for today, because I could go on for hours just trying to make it perfect, but we're not going to worry about that. So now we have stuff like subscene. This is if you want like it to branch to other scenes. We're not going to worry about that. This is where he can actually interrupt other scenes or interrupt other people. We're not going to worry about that either. You can play around with that. And then permit responses. Like you can, there's actually no responses here, so it doesn't actually even matter. So, but I'm sure permit responses is for like specific ways that it can mess with the responses.txt, which is where you can actually have characters act a specific way when they're talking a certain VCD or some sort of choreography. Black Mesa uses a lot of them. Like, there's entire files just laying all over the place inside the game that go straight into that kind of stuff. So I'll actually make a tutorial on that kind of stuff later on, but that's an entire thing on its own, permitting responses. So if you want to play around with that, go ahead. There's the response you know, response rules.txt manifest and all of the scenes in the game in the talker file. It should be in the talker file inside the BMS misc dir VPK. So if you know what I'm talking about, you'll find it there. But that's pretty much everything that I'm going to go for this. But I will do another thing here. So okay, so we're going to go into something called, so you can see right here it says associate BSP. This is where we actually can associate it with a certain map file that you've created, okay? I don't use it because as long as you have the actor within the map, it shouldn't matter. If you need to start getting really specific with it, you can associate it with a BSP. Like I can associate it with my map right here, okay? The one I'm working on. But I'm not going to do it. You understand that it's going to just implement that choreography for that specific BSP and nothing else. So it's if you have, you know, I mean, it's very specific. So it's for very, very specific situations that I can't even determine. But if you really need to use it or think you need to use it, figure out logically that I need to use associate with .bsp, then go for it. Like let's say you have two choreographies that are named the same thing, but they're both for different maps or something crazy like that. But I doubt that would ever be a thing. But just that's just for that. So I'm sure Valve had a use for it in their game for specific situations, but me in particular, I haven't found a use for it yet. If you find a use for it, let me know. Like, besides something nuts like having two choreographies named the same thing. Like, there's so many different, like I said, there's so many different ways that you can avoid using a lot of these tools and just using it in Hammer instead, or using it in a specific other situation. So here is where we get into something very important as well. Before we go, this is what we call multi-character choreography, alright? So we have two models here, okay? We're actually even going to load a third model. Fuck it. So let's go to let's go to characters. Where's humans at? Right here. We're going to add scientists, okay? So we have three different models in here. How in God's name are we going to be able to do choreography for all three? Simple. All you have to do is right down here, right-click one of them, and do Show All. And this is where multi-character choreography begins. So if you want to move Scientist, you have him on click Scientist. You want to move a Marine, you got to go down here and click Marine and move him in. That looks very odd, but you're able to get their faces all in one. So, and then we can click Guard and have him move in, move him down, and move him in. So, and they all look the same, so you can go to Control Panel and switch their, you know, their skins and stuff to make it a little more interesting. We'll go to Max Marine and go to Control Panel and switch his to that. Okay? So it's more interesting. But anyways, so we have shown all three. But if you play it, and we're clicked on Max Marine,
this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks.
It's gonna play it for this guy. But let's say it's supposed to be for guard. Let's say Mike is supposed to be the guard. So this is what you gotta do. You click on Mike, right click, okay? And you click Associate Model with Mike. And you have three different models here, okay? We want to associate it with guard, okay? And then you click again.
Hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks.
And it does it for him. So now we want to add these other actors. Let's call this guy Bob. Okay. So we have Bob here, and so we'll associate model with Bob. We'll do it for Masked Marine, okay. And then new actor, and we'll call this guy Poop. Okay. So, we'll associate model with this guy, Scientist, okay? So, I'm just going to give you an example of something you can do with multi-character choreography. We're going to add a channel, and we're going to have look at, okay? And we'll have him look at actor. We'll set the location to. You can see how this gets very complicated. Let's say we want him to look at Mike, okay? Hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks. So he's gonna actually look at the player in here, because everything is centered this way where we're looking from, so they're looking this way no matter what. But in game, let's say we had Bob and Mike and Poop all in the same area, okay? In this specific location, Bob is going to look at him, and he's going to look at me. It's how you make multi-layered and multi-person choreography. It's very interesting, it's very complex, but I've actually done it before. I'm actually doing it for one of the maps I made. So it gets crazy. But we'll actually make a ramp for this guy as well. Let's make a ramp for him. See, we did that.
Hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks.
So you see how it took him a moment to look at him or look this way? That's because of the ramp. So that's pretty much everything I have to offer. You guys can continue to play around with what I've shown you here and let your imagination run wild. Because I mean, I could go further, but I think I have given you guys the gist of this. If you need to contact me with any questions, contact me on my Discord link below, or my Discord server, or contact me on Steam. Friend me, whatever you want to do, and we'll talk about it. I'll tell you exactly what more stuff you can do with this, but this is all I'm going to show you for now. This is the end of my Faceposer tutorial, but before we go, actually, we are going to export this choreography, and we're going to show you how to use it in Hammer, okay? Because I didn't get to do that in the last video. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to save to desktop. We're going to call it example.vcd. Save it to the desktop, okay? So this is what we're going to do here. We can actually, we're not going to close this just yet. We're going to go to BMS, Custom, Pack. We're going to put into Scenes, Example here, okay? We can delete this one. And then we're going to go to this and rebuild Scenes.image. And we're going to go to Scenes, and here's our Scenes.image. Cut it. And we'll go back to our mod. And we'll go to Scenes and paste in here. Okay? And we'll make our own folder for it. We'll just call it example. And shove these two in here. Now we're ready to load in Hammer. So personally, I have Hammer++, but you can use this in regular Hammer as well. I'm just going to use Hammer++ because I love Hammer++. It's great. So we're almost done here, guys. I know this is a long tutorial, but I needed to get this one out. because this is the finale. This is everything that you should learn about Faceposer. All the other shit is just kind of like, you know, you'll figure it out on your own if you really care about it. Otherwise, you can neglect that it even exists, to be honest. At least for Black Mesa. So we are inside of Hammer++. We're going to do new. We're going to build a small little section like this. Enter, and we're going to click it, right click, and we're going to make hollow -32. Let's do some common courtesy for the source engine and no draw this shit. Sorry, I just can't stand when people don't have the outside no drawed. Like, it's such a source engine sin. So we'll use dev textures, why not? Not a blend measure. Right here. Bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Looks like a shitty dev map, but whatever. So, we're actually going to save this to desktop. We're just going to call it example. So next up, we're going to create an info player start. Place it right here. Okay. And next up, we'll just create a logic auto. Oops. Logic underscore auto. Right here. Bam. So next up, we're going to create a logic choreographed scene. Logic underscore choreographed scene. Bam. Like that. Center it. We're going to keep this organized, even though it's just a dev map. So we're going to type, we're just going to call this mic example. We're going to look for our scene file here. Type in example.
Hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks.
And we have it right here. Apply. Save. But like I said in the last tutorial, if you want to use this, we need to make sure that this guy is named the exact same person. Okay? If he is not named what he was named in the choreography, that is going to cause us some issues. There's ways around it, but it's just better to go by your actors' names, okay? After you watch this, you guys will create your own style of how you do choreographies or how you do these specific things. You don't have to do it the way I do it, but you'll figure it out. You'll figure out what styles you like the most. And you'll stick with it, and it'll become a part of your mapping. So we're going to create some nodes here. We'll actually have the info players, we'll scooch this stuff over. Oops. Oops. Okay. Okay, so we have the info player start. So we need logic auto outputs add. On new game, we'll have this choreography. We'll have it start. We'll have it start in 3 seconds. Okay, apply. And also, we're going to have a target. Info target. And we'll have them look this way, alright? So, we'll just call this target a 1. Okay? And his target 1 is going to be this. Apply. Save. And then we're also going to add in that marine. We'll have... Let's see here. Marine. Can we get this guy? What's he called? I can't believe I haven't HEC. Fuck. How am I not figuring this out? Human grunt. It's grunt. Shit. So we'll have him here. And this guy's gonna be called Bob. Bob. Okay? We're not gonna add Poop in here because he didn't have any sort of choreography to him at all. Nobody even gave a shit about Poop because Poop sucks. So, also before I do this, I need to make a AI underscore relationship, because that'd be so funny if like I started it and then they just all started shooting each other. So we'll create an AI relationship. We'll have Bob be nice to Bob be nice to this guy. Be nice to this guy. Oh shit, we didn't give him a name. He's gonna be called Mike. Okay. Apply. So targets Mike, like disposition priority like 10,000. Okay. Or yeah, 10,000. Start active, yes. Reciprocal, yes. So they can both suck each other off. So next up, we want him to be nice to Bob. No, shoot. So I have him subjects Bob, targets, and you want to do exclamation mark player. Okay. Disposition like 10,000. Start active, yes. And we'll just have reciprocal as well, why not? Apply. So now we can test our choreography, people. We can finally, we can run this shit. So run. So it's gonna compile. It'll be matte in matte Fulbright, which I don't care. I don't care about lighting in this. We're not doing a lighting display. This is not a mapping contest. I'm just trying to show you how to get a choreography to work. So we're just gonna see if it works. I don't expect everything to work because some shit likes to act really funky, but I'll show you that the choreography actually does activate. So let's look at it. The game loads. It's taken a long time pre-caching a bunch of shit that it doesn't have pre-cached. Sorry about that. Sorry about the weird glitching. This is just all part of my game. I've been working on the UI and everything, and it's really weird. Okay. Hello, this is my voice acting. It kind of sucks. Okay. Why did he turn into a Marine? Oh god. Okay. He turned into a Marine because of I have a certain manifest for this guy, okay? So it's gonna give him marine gear. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, that's funny as hell. So you could see that it actually did work. If he was a guard, he would have walked this way.
Everyone okay?
Actually, I wonder if we could do this and do Mike 01 and have this just target him. Mike 01 or Mike 01. I could be completely wrong and I'm just really stupid, but we'll have this targets 1. Apply. Save. Run. I apologize about that, guys, but you did see that it worked. He was talking. The only reason he's not walking is because he's not actually the guard. See, the thing is, choreographies aren't transferable at most times. Like, if a guard can do it, that doesn't mean a marine can do it, because the gestures aren't the same, all of that shit isn't the same. So, we're gonna do map example, and we'll just see if it works.
Okay, go!
Oh. That's not good. Bob, no shoot. Mike 01. Okay. Save. That did not go well. I was afraid that was gonna happen. Okay. This tutorial is going down the shitter. Okay. Map example. Okay, it just doesn't work at that point. So that's basically it, guys. I'm not gonna change my manifest over it, but that's the end of the Faceposer series. That's how you basically get everything to work. You could see that the choreography actually worked. He was wearing a respirator, so it was kind of like, okay, is he talking? Is there any facial animation? Is he gonna walk? I know that was shit. I apologize about that. This portion of the video was just absolute shit. But you can see it did actually work. This setup does work, but it's my character manifest that I made for Mike. Because he's actually a character in my game. He's a Marine. It switched him to a Marine because that's his manifest. So, sorry about that. Anyways, that's it for today. That's the end of my Faceposer tutorial. Thank you guys for watching. This took a long time to make. So, if you have any questions, let me know on Steam or on my Discord server. That's it. Thank you.